guys, get over your Christmas hangover. Let's get back into vinyl. Hello Craig Vinyl community, it's Craig again, and it's probably been close to 2 weeks. I think it's January 5 now, so 2 weeks since my last video. So happy holidays to everyone. So what I'm showing here is basically from finds back in November last year. So what I'm doing is picking out about 10. 1964 Hawaiian wedding song by the Polynesians. Now the Polynesians put out a lot of albums mainly in the 60s on the Crown label. So obviously this one is a USA pressing. And interestingly, as you know, I'm a big Elvis fan. We pick up the clear sounds that are apparent in Elvis's like Blue Hawaii or Paradise Hawaiian style. Elvis recorded those two movies plus Girls there in Hawaii. And I wondered, I did a bit of research to see if the Polynesians were actually involved in those soundtracks, but I couldn't see anything there. So if anyone knows if the Polynesians were involved, I'd love to know. So, but for me, many of us are familiar with the Hawaiian wedding song, but it's still really good. I mean, I was surprised. It's a great album. I actually got this for free. It was in a a bin that you can pick them up for free. 1970 Moondance by Van Morrison. So this one came out after Astral Week. Generally, this album here, Moondance, is fairly critically acclaimed. I think it was re-released in about 2011. The material here was more, they say, more composed sort of music that Van wrote, and was better production, better written compared to Astral Weeks. It's got the awesome song Moondance. I mean, incredible song, still sounds brilliant today. 1972, Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. This album was well received and also features in the Rolling Stones' hottest 500 albums of all time, right up there. I gave this a bit of a spin the other day, and sounds fantastic. It's a well-recorded album. My wife was just looking at Facebook the other day, and Art Garfunkel and Paul Simon recorded a song. Not recorded, but was recorded live anyway for Facebook, doing Sounds of Silence. So if I find that, I'll put a link in there. 1975, Queen's A Night at the Opera. I think this is about their 4th studio album. Of course, features the smash hit single Bohemian Rhapsody, which I believe was about 9 weeks at #1 in the UK charts. I mean, Freddie Mercury sort of came up with all the writing for Bohemian Rhapsody and the parts, and originally, in that sort of third quarter section of that song where Brian May goes off on the guitar, that was supposedly, I think, meant to be all the piano part, or maybe it was written on piano by Freddie first, and then Brian took it from there. So if anyone knows more about that, in the comments please. 1980, Aerosmith's Greatest Hits. This is an awesome condition. It's on the Columbia label. It's got songs like Dream On, Sweet Emotion, Walk This Way. That's just on side 1 that I can see here. So you don't see a lot of Aerosmith. Well, I don't see them that often in the store, so that was awesome to get. 1981 is Australia's Midnight Oil, their 3rd studio album, Place Without a Postcard. They went over to the UK for this one. Pretty cool label there on the vinyl. And I think they had a big producer from CBS. And they were developing as a band. They were young guys, and they wanted to do things their way and type of stuff. And apparently when they finished the album, the producer wanted them to work on another song to attack the American market, but they refused and went back to Australia. So yet to hear this, but the big songs are Armistice Day and I Don't Want to Be the One. 1986, So by Peter Gabriel. I read a lot more good things about these. A lot of people in the VC are starting to talk about this album a fair bit and show it. It's critically acclaimed as well, and it's got the awesome song Sledgehammer. Have I heard the rest? No, I haven't yet. And it's on the Virgin label. Radio songs. Shout out to my mate Brad from Tech Webcast, who kindly threw this in with another record. I think I may have shown this already, but it's a collection of Australian band Cold Chisel, big band in the 80s, popular radio song, fantastic album. 1986, Talking Heads, True Stories on EMI. Funny sort of album this. The cover anyway. It's the inner sleeve there. So like that, and you just turn it around. True Story. So when I first got it, I didn't know which way it was up there for a minute. It's got the song Wild Wild Life, which I remember listening to that song heaps and heaps on the old tape deck back in the day. Last one, another Australian rock band. So excited to find this finally an original Australian pressing, and I was so hyped up and excited to throw it on the old turntable, and I did, and I was not let down. Absolutely brilliant. You saw me show this before, a recent pressing. Here's an original. Probably not quite see clearly here with the reflection, but you can see their ACDC. Obviously, Back in Black, 1980 album, one of the biggest albums of all time, on Albert. And guys, if you love rock, Australian rock, and you don't have an original pressing of this, you must get it. I'm sure you do, but if you don't, please get it. Please get it. You will not be disappointed. Terrific. I got it for a great price as well. So there you go. Latest update. Thanks again. Let me know in the comments which album did you like the most. Give any more information about Queen and Brian May and Freddie Mercury on Bohemian Rhapsody on the writing and recording. I'd love to know. Just a couple of pointers on that too would be fantastic. Cheers.